this is my US Open.
In 2006, I had been a professional for quite some time, and I knew that my career was somehow coming to an end eventually, whether it was a year or 2 or 5 years. US Open has always meant so much to me and obviously to my career, and I felt like I had played very well in these championships, but since 1996 I just had not been able to get the job done. So when I came to Newport in 2006, I felt good about my game. I'd been #1 for a while, and even though I had the confidence and the ability to do it, you still have to do it. But also what I remember about 2006, so I was very honored and very proud to get my U.S. citizenships the week before the U.S. Open, and I was proud to have a red, white, and blue bag and to play the national championship as a citizen. Oh, there's no doubt that the golf course or the venue is what makes the tournament special. And Newport is iconic for a lot of reasons. The venue, the members, the tradition. Really a tough golf course, but I also felt like it was very fair. It was a true golf course. It's right by the ocean, so you get some wind, some challenging gusts that will really, test your patience and test your ball flight and everything. But I just felt like it was a great golf course. It fills all the criteria that I think a U.S. Open should have. We had a big fog delay on Thursday, and I know that put a kink in a lot of players' plans, but I was actually quite happy because I needed an extra day of rest, or an extra day of treatment. I was kind of struggling with a neck issue. My back was very tight, and at the time I didn't really know that it was a neck injury because I was just so focused on playing, but it kind of gave me that extra break that I needed. We all know that the first few rounds is all about getting used to the golf course, position yourself, and then, to have the lead after the first round is just a bonus. My goal was just to go out there and not shoot myself in the foot, just be in contention and kind of be the one that's lurking so that you have a chance on Sunday. So yeah, when you get off to a good start like that gives you a big confidence boost, and knowing that you've done the right preparations. Well, that thing in the U.S. Opens, an even par round can be a good thing. It's just a matter of when you have the even par. This happened to be in round 2, and so I was just more positioning myself for the weekend. I know that golf course could get you. There's some holes that were really tricky where, if you miss a tee shot, you just take a bogey and go. So, having par there, I know that it didn't hurt my score. I was happy with the way I was playing, and it's just a grind. That everybody's going through something, whether it's just fatigue or whether it's some kind of struggle around the greens or in general. I knew that I just had to give everything I had at the time and see what would happen. To be tied for the lead going into the last round of the U.S. Open, I'll take that anytime. I'll take anything just within 5 shots of the lead. So yeah, I was in good position. I mean, it's easy to start analyzing why you made a few mistakes, but when you have such a little turnaround and you have another 18 holes to play, and 18 holes in the U.S. Open is tough, and this was now starting our second round in the same day, so it was just a matter who could keep their nerves in check, who can manage to walk that golf course, and who can stay patient for so many holes. And I knew that my strength at the time was just endurance. I mean, I felt like the more holes we played, the better off I would be. So I just kept going and going. I tried not to look back. I just tried to look forward and do the best I possibly could. It's always hard when you make a mistake and you start losing a few shots. I mean, birdies are hard to get. Eagles are even harder to get. So when you lose 4 just like that, you start thinking, okay, I got to make 4 birdies to just get back to where I was. That seems like a tough task at the moment. So, I've learned to forget about bad shots. I've learned to move on and kind of put it behind me and think that the next shot is the most important shot. And I would say that that's where experience comes into play, and just knowing that, there's nothing you can do about previous holes. All you can do is do the best from here. And I'm sure that my caddy Terry McNamara at the time was trying to convince me the same thing, and knowing, okay, at least it's not over. I have 9 more to go, and as we know, the last 9 of any championship could be very tough. And You just have to shake it off and move on. Sometimes you hope that that anger or that disappointment gives you that little boost that you need, or just say, okay, that's gone. Now I know I can play number 10. I want to know what I need to do, whether I need to protect my score, whether I need to play more aggressively, especially down, the back nine. I didn't want to just go out there playing blind, and I always watch the leaderboard. I got a kick out of it, and sometimes I just get energized, and sometimes it's almost like like a shark. You see some blood and you get hungry.
These are not easy shots though, and it's blowing 20 miles an hour.
That's true. More. Everybody's been leaving it short.
Shot here.
Now Annika, she's up there. Got it there. Yes. That was a confident early run.
I mean, there's no doubt that I wanted it. I mean, the US Open had, started my career in 1995 and then winning 96, and here I am coming somewhat to the end of my career knowing that I'm gonna get many more chances, so really capitalize on that moment. I got one more hole to go, and I gotta give it all I have. And at that time, I felt pretty confident in my ability. Of course, you're nervous, but I've been nervous before. And then you think, well, she's probably nervous too. Does she have enough experience to do that? But you never know. I mean, things can happen, so give it your best. And I think that that's what I love about competition. It's just that head-to-head in a way, but then you still have to play your own ball and play your own game. And it's just, I love that challenge.
Annika lining up what could be the winning putt.
How'd it miss?
She thought she had it, Roger.
How did it miss?
I remember putting my hands on the head and just, obviously I'd hoped that the putt would go in, but then also I think that I was very happy with my performance, that I gave it all, and then also thinking it's not over, how do we do this again? It was something I've never experienced before. This was such a different setup. I mean, it's Monday morning, so the big hype in a way wasn't really there. And now I was playing head-to-head, which normally US Opens is, 156 players, and now it's just the two of us, and it's not match play, it's stroke play, so you can't have that, you win a hole, I win a hole. You have to really put a score together, and considering the tough conditions, I know Pat was tired, I know I was tired. But somehow I think we both dug really deep, and we wanted to put on a good show and play the very best we could.
So this 18-hole playoff underway to decide the latest U.S. Women's Open champion. Going about as good as it could possibly go for Sorenstam, who's going to build a 3-shot lead here through the first 3 holes.
Yeah, it's nice to have that kind of cushion, but it's very easy to have, a birdie bogey scenario. So you just have to stay focused. But yeah, I felt more comfortable. I felt like I could probably play a little bit more aggressively, knowing that I was playing well. And I think that just gave me energy also, and I had the momentum on my side.
That was a beauty from 114 yards.
I had a plan, a strategic plan how to play the golf course. I knew that I've been there before. It's not over until it's over, and I'm not going to let my foot off the gas. If you get too relaxed or you get too comfortable, I know it can bite you pretty quickly, because I've made that mistakes before, and I've learned from those mistakes.
That was a really good-looking swing there, Dottie. That reminded me of the Annika of old.
It was right there for me to grab in a way, but I had to grab it on my own. I had to do it the right way. I had to finish this up.
Last hole of this playoff, knowing you could walk up 18 and just fully take it in. That's pretty good.
Pat Hurst she's a friend, and we played a lot of golf together, and we both worked so hard. You know, she played so well.
Great sportsmanship exhibited here.
I felt in a way we both were winners that particular day, and I wanted her to be part of it and not feel left out.
And there it is, title number 3 finally.
Just a relief, because I feel like early on when I won it in 95, 96, it kind of came easy. And all of a sudden, the next few years, I couldn't get it done. I was either in my own way or something happened. I put too much pressure on myself or just didn't play well enough. And then to be able to do it under these circumstances just meant a lot. As a young girl, my goal was to win the US Open, because that was the biggest championship where you had the best golfer's name on the trophy. You play different courses, you know, it rotates around the country, and you have the history of the game of golf, and it's just so prestigious. And then to make it my first win, and then to make it the 10, I don't know if it's by coincidence or it was meant to be, or it was just scripted that way. I'm not really sure, but a lot of pieces fell into place with the US Open in my career and how things kind of just summarized it all up in that championship.